What is happening, every people? Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. Welcome to the Mad Poet Show. Playing Bucket of Blood today because that's what I felt like playing. I played this one, I don't want to say like a week or so back, but didn't get a chance to go all the way through it. So we'll see how far we get through it this time. Just depends on how many questions we get in chat. That's all it ever really comes down to. So if you get me talking, you know I don't shut up. But I like playing too. Let's keep on playing here. This next one is called Rest for the Wicked. All right, where do I get my lens cap down here? Let's get that out of the way. Alrighty then, cruising on along. Speaking of cruising, sometimes you just gotta take the long way home. Full Guitar Hero coming in from YouTube. Welcome. Tremendo lo que suena. I do not speak Spanish, but I believe that is a compliment. So I'm going to say thank you on that one. Thank you very much for being here. And wherever you happen to be tuning in from, thank you very much for coming in. I am streaming out to 14 platforms as per usual. And always appreciate people stopping in to be a part of it. Always like seeing people. Feel free to ask questions if you are so inclined. We're going to keep on rocking here. This next one slows it down a little bit. And this has become one of my favorite pieces to play. The way I explore the fretboard on this one feels like I don't know, it's good. I hope you enjoy it as well. This one is called Limited Visibility. cruising on along. If you're a regular here, you probably know what's about to happen. If you're new here, you probably don't, but you're here in time for it nonetheless, because, ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived at the G sharp minor portion of the show. You are welcome. This piece is called We Have a Situation Here. Devin Black tuning in from YouTube. Got a couple of some new people watching on YouTube. Thank you very much for tuning in. I hope you are enjoying the show. Today we are playing my 61st album. It's titled Bucket of Blood. I am planning at some point to do a follow-up album titled Bag of Bones. And I've got the bag set up for the album cover. I got to go out and find the bones. That's actually not too hard out where I live in the desert here. And Simon the Digger. I've got all kinds of new people coming in on YouTube. YouTube, I think, has been recommending me lately, which is like super awesome. So thanks to all the new people from YouTube. And just to let you know, I am unable to see if I get like a new follower or subscriber or anything unless it's on Twitch or LiveSpace. So if you have followed new followers and viewers on YouTube, I may not know you're there if you're not actively in chat, but thank you very much. I do appreciate it. And always great to have new people here. Feel free to ask questions if you are so inclined. I really enjoy geeking out about music theory, composition, guitar technique, guitar playing of all kinds. Feel free, if you are so inclined, to jump in and ask questions. Let's see. Yeah, I got this from nowhere, but never seen a stream with someone playing guitar. Well, that's super cool. I'm glad that I'm your first. I will try to be gentle. And yeah, hopefully this is the kind of music that you're into. This album, I would say, is a pretty fair representation of the type of music that I do. I've been working pretty diligently on my 67th album. That'll be my next one, titled Twice Upon a Time. And that one, I've talked a little bit about in the past. There is a very special song on there. On every album that I do, I dedicate a song to someone. But on my next album, I'm actually writing a song that I'm considering a tribute to a former guitar mentor of mine who passed a while back. And I've been giving that particular piece of music some special treatment just because of who that is going to be dedicated to and is a tribute to. And in fact, this next song is the song on this album is dedicated to someone. This is dedicated to my late grandma Helen. And before I get it going, I'm going to go calling the lighting crew and fix that light back there. I'll be right back because I am the lighting crew. Uh-oh. I was hitting the wrong button and wondering why it wasn't working. Okay, lights working. As I said, this song is dedicated to my late grandma Helen. It's a lighter piece, a very piano-based piece. And one day I am considering doing kind of a full album of this type of work where it's kind of largely piano and electric guitar. I really enjoy this kind of thing. This is called The Rain is Speaking to Me. So we got Vinny tuning in from Live Space. Welcome, Vinny. Haven't seen you for a while. Hope you are doing well. For those who may not be familiar, Live Space is a new streaming platform. It's currently in beta testing. I've been very fortunate to be with them for probably 8 or 9 months now, from the very earliest stages of the beta testing. It's been a very, very cool experience. And I would strongly encourage people, if you're a streamer or you're into streaming, go to livespace.com. Check them out, sign up for the beta. I'm not sure how long it's going to be before they actually go live, but I'm very excited about it. It seems like a very cool platform. Just an excellent community of people. I've been really happy with all of that. So, good stuff. Well, that's enough of the slow stuff for a while, wouldn't you say? I think you probably would agree with me on that. So let's stop that, and let's pick this back up and get rocking here. This piece is in C sharp minor, if you want to play along on your violins or your ukuleles. And this is called Reintegrating Our Shadows. Vinny says things seem to be coming along nicely, and he's been busy. Glad he can catch a stream. I'm glad you are able to be here. Much appreciated. I don't think I've caught one of your streams yet. I'm not sure how much you have streamed. I have followed like 250 people on LiveSpace just to see how the following system works. So I get like so many notifications. It's just kind of crazy. I actually have some info for Todd about that, so I need to get in touch with him. Yeah, but it's been great though. It's been totally awesome, and it's So like I said, I think it's going to be a very cool platform. I hope it does really well. And you know, Do-It-Pruitt and I, we were kind of the OG beta testers on there. We've talked about this a bit, that people should sign up for it because, I mean, what's the worst that can happen? You know, best case, it does great and takes over, and it's, you know, the new big thing. You know, and with no offense, you know, worst case is it could be, you know, it could be that it goes nowhere, and then what have you lost? You signed up for something that didn't work, and it's, you know, no, not a big deal. I don't think it's going to go nowhere though. I think it's going to catch on. I've done a few here and there. Very cool. Tested it. The delays seem to be... I agree. Yeah, they've definitely been working the tech issues over on LiveSpace, and still some glitchiness in the video, but I feel like that is getting better. And I haven't actually tested the delay lately myself. I know there has been a bit of a delay thing going on there, so I'm glad to see that is getting worked on as well. So the reason I'm hopeful is because the crew, the whole staff have just been great about, you know, listening to what people have to say and responding to things and working on the concerns that are brought up. So yeah, very hopeful, very cool stuff. We're gonna get a little B minor here on this next one. Neutral God says, play some Megadeth. Unfortunately, Neutral God, well, first, thank you very much for coming in. The way I'm set up here is all originals. I have my backing track set up, and my lights are programmed in advance along to that, and I have not set up anything with cover tunes. Technically, I have one cover tune on my 65th album. I did heavy metal variations of Three Blind Mice, and that is a really fun one to play. So that's the only actual cover tune I've done. I have been getting a few requests. Megadeth is commonly requested, particularly Tornado of Souls, which, I mean, I haven't played that song in years. I could get it together again. It might be cool to set up like a cover tune set. The big thing that holds me back from that is the singing. I have been working on my singing, because if I do it, I wouldn't be playing along with like a rock band type thing. I would be setting up my full cover of it. Tornado of Souls would be a cool one. Could I play it? I would have to look at the sheet music for it again. I used to play that whole album end to end, and that is my favorite Megadeth album. Rust in Peace. I mean, I like Megadeth a lot. That is my favorite album of theirs. So I don't have it committed to memory right now. I barely remember what's going on, so I would butcher it if I tried to do it right now. But I don't know, maybe at some point, because like I've got 66 albums of originals, with that one exception of Three Blind Mice. And I don't know, it could be cool to do some cover tunes. I'm not going to make any promises on that, just because I've got so much going on with, you know, writing my own music, that it would be an interesting one. Maybe it would be interesting. We also got I'm not Chilmarind. I probably said that incorrectly. But welcome in from Kick.com. Black Sabbath, I know a few Black Sabbath tunes, you know, Iron Man, Sweet Leaf, Paranoid, you know, a lot of their classic stuff. I used to know most of the album Mob Rules. I'm a big Dio fan. I like Ozzy and Dio. When it comes to that question of Black Sabbath, Ozzy versus Dio, I probably lean a little bit toward Dio, but I'm pretty close to neutral on that. Enraged Polly coming in from Kick.com as well. Welcome back, Enraged. Good to see you again. So yeah, I mean, I know the funny thing is, so I teach guitar for a living, and so I'll teach a lot of these songs. I've only ever had one student learn Holy War's Punishment Due all the way through. I've started teaching that one a bunch of times. But like songs like, a lot of the stuff from Megadeth, Tornado of Souls, I've taught that. I've taught a lot of Black Sabbath stuff. And, and I'll teach it, and then I just I don't do anything with it myself because I'm working on my own music. So I love cover tunes. The main cover tune I'm working on right now is this kind of creepy piano / heavy metal version of Wicked Game by Chris Isaak. And again, it requires vocals. And that one, I'm going to release that one even if I don't sing on it. I've talked about this a few times, but I've got some new people watching, and so I've been working a lot on my vocals. And I'm writing 2 albums currently that will be vocal albums. Those albums they're lighter albums. One is called Tokyo Sunrise, and that's Tokyo, referring to Tokyo, Washington in the US, which is a town that burned down in '98. I live in Washington State. I was out hunting one day, and I saw the sun was coming up, and I saw the Tokyo silos in the distance. I'm like, Tokyo Sunrise. That's one I'm writing. I'm writing one called The Thief of Time. Those will both have, but basically, if you ever hear those, it means that you will be hearing my vocals. Those I will sing on if I do them completely. And yeah. You're in Canada. Closest place would be Spokane. I don't like to say the name of the actual town, so Spokane would be the major city that we're closest to. And Eastern Washington is pretty. Where are you at in Canada? If you don't mind saying, you certainly don't have to dox yourself. Vinny's still chatting on Live Space. Yes. Yeah, some of those delays, you're right, Vinny, were really, really long. I remember seeing a few where they were definitely over a minute when I was timing them. And cool. So yeah, they are getting better. Very cool. Anyway, yeah. So cover tunes. I don't know. Maybe someday. It's going to depend on vocals and whether or not I want to put in the effort. Because currently I'm working on my 67th through 70th albums. I've written stuff for all 4 of those. I'm working on the 2 vocal albums. Album 67 has my tribute song to Ron, which is I'm giving some special treatment to. Album number 68 is one of my asemic writing series. Every 17th album that I do is an asemic writings album. And each of those albums is only one song, and that song is always 52 minutes, 25 seconds long. So those are interesting to write, and the production on those takes a little bit more because I actually bring that in when I finish the song. In my recording system, it is within 1/1000th of a second of 52 minutes, 25 seconds. I am also planning on, in the near future, playing all 3 of the first 3 asemic writings in a row in a single show, which I think would be awesome. 3 52-minute, 25-second long songs back to back would be a lot of fun. When you play really long songs like that, you sink into your flow in a different way. And there's something like after probably 10 to 15 minutes, it's like that transcendent, I don't know, it's different. It's cool. I've never played the 3rd asemic writings. I've played the first one 2 or 3 times, and I've played the second one I think only once. So I think it would be cool to play all those back to back to back. And see where that goes. This next piece here is in B minor, and one of the things I do with my music, so when I'm playing these guitar solos, they are improvised. If you hear me play this next song 5 times, you're gonna hear 5 different versions of this song because I'm improvising as I go along. What I tend to do is I will write a small motif. And that motif kind of sets up a theme or a feel for what I might do with my guitar solos. And you'll hear this repeated at times. In this song, this is what you can listen for. So that's the only part of the guitar solo that I've written. And sometimes, like in this song, that happens right away. In other songs, the motif doesn't come until much later. But that's something to listen for, and that kind of sets up how I go about my improvisational flow throughout this. And yeah. So I'm just kind of checking out my chat over here. It looks like VK has disconnected. I don't normally get much traction on VK anyway, but if you happen to be chatting from VK.com, I will not see your chats. I'm not. I've never seen that just disconnect in the middle like this before. That's kind of interesting. Nonetheless, let's do this. This next song is called "Directly at the Sun." down this next song. It's decision time for everybody out there. You got to decide if you're the kind of person who does what you're told, if you're going to be a little rebel. I will be unable to comply with the title of this song because I'm playing it. I hope that you also do not comply with the title of this song, because the title of this song is Do Not Listen to This Song. And VK.com has reconnected itself. I don't understand how some of the connection, disconnection stuff works on the chat system I'm using. But it's so cool because I get 10 of my 14 chats in one window, which is freaking awesome. Even though most of those aren't active, and I just have these other windows for the ones that I can't connect on that. Works really nicely. And I know there was just an update to it. I didn't have time to install it prior to getting started today, so I'll have to do the update on Sheep Chat and see how that works out. Hopefully it will be good. I always get a little nervous doing updates, sometimes not good. I just started using Sheep Chat, so I don't know what the update system is like on it. We'll find out. I think I've got 2 songs left here for tonight. And then I'm going to go out and go for a run. Make sure this album, 2 songs left on this one. Both very fun songs. This one is called Obsidian Eyes. All right, I got just one more song left for the evening. I'm doing one album tonight. I need to get back to doing my regular 2-album shows, but it's had a lot going on. I got a lot of music to write, and so hopefully in the near future we're getting, maybe tomorrow I'll try to do 2 albums. I don't know which 2. We'll just see what's going on with it. But this last song, this was actually the title of this my daughter came up with. I don't know if you were able to tune in tonight, Renee. I know she's, out being an adult, doing stupid adult stuff just like the rest of us. So she might be working or, whatever dumb adult stuff she has to do. But if you happen to tune in out there, you're awesome. Best daughter in the whole world. And her song titles are awesome. She's named more songs than anyone other than me of my work. And this is a good one. This song is The Ascension of the Angel's Carcass. G6PD coming in from Thailand. I think you may be our first Thailand chatter. Thank you very much for coming in. And we got Full Guitar Hero coming in from Argentina. I've been getting a lot of international viewers lately. It's been making me very happy. This is so cool. My boy Stephen Parrish tuning in from Facebook says my lighting rig is amazing, even though it gave me a grand mal seizure. I woke up in a colossal pile of spittle and needlework. Well, you know what, man? Keep going with the needlework, Stephen, because I think you could really accomplish something with that. I'm talking science. Needlework science, baby. Do it. Stephen, you and I need to do a video chat soon. We haven't talked for a while. Hope you're doing well, buddy. With that is my last song of the evening, and I'm going to go out for a short run while I still have some light. I really appreciate all my new viewers and chatters out there today. I will be back tomorrow. I think I'm going to try to do 2 albums tomorrow. I should be able to find time for that. Not sure what time we'll start, but I hope to see you all again. For those who may be new here, I am the Mad Poet. You are an audience. We are the Mad Poet Society. And until next time, I will see you on the other side.